Sometimes the most ordinary moments in your life can unveil an unexpected veil of secrets, completely changing the course of your destiny. How would you feel if one day you woke up to the betrayal of your most trusted being, your spouse, and found out that your best friend was involved in this betrayal? Yes, gentlemen, this story is about a man confronting the reality that his wife cheated on him, and this betrayal involved his best friend. One Sunday morning in my wife's car, I was about to discover an unforgettable truth. However, this discovery would be the most painful truth of my life. So if it were you, how far would you go to unravel this mystery? Before diving into my story, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to not miss the most striking stories about cheating in marriage. Now, I invite you to this emotional journey. If you're ready, let's start our video. My name is Robert. Everything began on the day I went out to buy new chairs for our garden in Emily's car. While driving, I decided to tune into This American Life on the NPR channel and immerse myself in the stories. Holding the steering wheel with one hand, I rummaged through the center console with the other. Amid various random objects, a honey packet, a Starbucks drink package, a quarter, and a folding comb, my fingers stumbled upon something unmistakably recognizable, a packet of condoms. I was so startled that I nearly drove off the road. At that moment, a red Toyota passed by me, driven by a redhead girl. The speedometer was confidently showing 34 miles per hour. Dust particles on the dashboard reminded me that time was passing. As I approached the green light, I felt a renewed sense of confidence. But what if what I found wasn't mine? Had I ever considered that my wife might be cheating on me? I searched every nook and cranny of the car, from the glove compartment to the trunk. Finally, under the passenger seat, in a plastic bag from the supermarket, I found a small spiral-bound notebook. The first 2 pages were blank, but the following pages contained mysterious lists. There were 32 notes made over 4 months, approximately 4 to 5 days apart. The last entry was for the next day. One entry was crossed out, catching my attention. This was the schedule of my business trips. That condom led me to think of a terrible truth. My wife had been in a continuous relationship for 4 months. This showed it wasn't just a one-time thing. I was about to confront this betrayal. But what if my wife had other secrets? Perhaps she had relations with another man or even a woman. My mind was in turmoil, filled with emotions. When I found that packet of condoms in my wife's car that day, I wanted to believe there was a mundane explanation for everything. But something inside me wasn't at ease. That evening, I began to think more about Emily and Alex. They had been spending a lot of time together lately, under the pretenses of work or sports. A seed of doubt was planted, but it took some time to truly understand what was happening. The full realization came when I found a chain of messages on Emily's phone. The phone contained things no spouse would ever want to see. Intimate exchanges between Alex and her, plans to meet, and expressions of their feelings for each other. These messages were concrete evidence of the betrayal. What was worse, I learned that their affair had been going on for 4 months, meeting up whenever I was away on business trips. Every detail plunged me into a deeper devastation. Alex was the best man at our wedding, and I had played the same role at his. We had been friends since we were 7. I had been with Emily for 4.5 years, but my friendship with Alex had lasted 2 decades. This betrayal deeply shook our friendship and my marriage. The relationship between Emily and Alex was far more complex than an ordinary affair. Both expressed that their connection wasn't merely physical, but also emotional. This wounded me even more deeply. In their messages, Emily talked about the deep feelings she had for Alex and how good being with him made her feel. Alex, on the other hand, expressed his admiration for Emily and his desire to spend more time with her. Each message was like a knife to my heart. I confronted Emily, and she confessed everything. I realized our relationship couldn't be salvaged, and I decided to file for divorce. My friendship with Alex ended completely. I spoke to him one last time, threw his betrayal in his face, and then cut him out of my life. Emily and Alex decided to stay together, but they had to deal with the social and emotional consequences of their decision. They caused great disappointment and shock among our circle of friends and families. For me, however, this experience taught me to trust myself more and stand on my own 2 feet. I opened a new chapter in my life. In the process of dealing with loneliness and rediscovering myself, I discovered my own inner strength.